funny thing when you do something on the public stage, isn't it? Because sometimes whatever you think at first, you're thinking, wow, this is good, and you get in a lot of adulation and it's all going well, rounds of applause, as we've seen recently, of course, on that fake royal tour to Colombia with Harry and Meghan, which has cost the government over there over $1 million allegedly in security. But one could assume that with all the police and everything going on. And as many people pointed out, on the Colombian media, exactly what was the point of it? That's the bigger question now we're all asking ourselves over here. And the point of this was what? To find out that a 3-year-old had found their voice. Seemingly, yes. But there are bigger problems now boiling at home, not necessarily on Meghan's cooking show, but similarly with the deal that they still have by a thread on the streaming giant Netflix. As ever, let me explain. Good to see you today. You all right? It's now getting a bit windy over here and it's almost looking autumnal. I can't believe it. We haven't got the, well, I know we've got our final bank holiday, which is normally the big hurrah, of course. Some people might signify it as the end of summer. I like to stretch it out until at least mid-October. Yes, you know what it's like. You don't want to say goodbye to all the beautiful flowers, do you? And the fact that you don't need all the cumbersome coats, bags, gloves, scarves, everything you need each time you go out. You're with me. And I know in Australia you're sniggering because you're coming round the other way now. And you're thinking, oh yes, you see, Neil, it's all turned back round again. You're right. But as George Formby famously said, it's turned out nice again, and it will next March for us. Everything comes in the fullness of time, doesn't it? A little bit like, of course, Meghan Markle's big claim that even though her husband likes working in the entertainment industry and had 7 rolling projects, seemingly even the other 2 that they were hoping to get going, the polo show and the cooking show, have now stalled in some form or another. Some claptrap about not getting patents and registers and stuff like that. I'm not totally buying that rubbish at all. I just kind of think Netflix know that really it's a bit of a dud and a dodo, and they've got to move on with something. But what happened over in Colombia has really made it very difficult now for the former royals known as Harry and Meghan. And let me explain this situation, you see. Put yourselves in the shoes of Netflix. They're looking at things and thinking, well, we did the Heart of Invictus as you asked, and that wasn't a success. Then the business show, which everybody seemingly has forgotten about, which was where they were executive producers. And we told you recently about the, strange situation regarding Meet Me at the Lake with Carly Fortune. What happened to that? Another sort of, floating in the air idea. Now, Netflix, you see, pricked up their ears when the VP, of course, over in Colombia, basically said that she was thrilled and learned about Harry and Meghan through their Netflix docu-series, a 6-parter in which they trashed everybody, including, many people might suggest, themselves and reputation. Moving forward, this is basically now the result back from Netflix bosses. They basically said to Harry and Meghan, yep, you see, it was a success. People love you doing that sort of stuff. Guess what? We'd like more. Now, this is where it becomes really tricky because obviously Meghan, never shying away from the opportunity of a microphone or indeed a camera, isn't too averse to the idea, perhaps in a maybe watered down form. But Netflix know they need juice, dirt, gossip and all the latest scandal, perhaps featuring what happened when Harry came over for the coronation, all of that sort of stuff, They want to know the inside dirt. This is the deal that makes their, whatever deal you want to call it that Harry and Meghan have got now, worth the money. And this is the dilemma now that the Sussexes find themselves in. Time and time again, their, shall we say, quantity is running very thin. Netflix know the audience want that, the audience know what they want, and the audience have no interest in a cooking show from a former cable TV actress to tell you how to be friendly and, of course, loving your garden, making friends, when seemingly we've never seen a garden, nobody's ever seen a cooking, and more importantly, what happened to the friends? All acts. You can understand, of course, Netflix's rather pushy dilemma. The only thing is, will the Sussexes finally crumble? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.